To take a line and turn it into a table, we simply need to, first of all, create a table with our X column and a Y column. And then we need to read the graph left to right, reading across for our X value and up for our Y. So here I have an X value of 0, and I'm going to start at 0, and I have a Y value of 1, so I'm going to put a 1 in there. If I go across to 1 in my X, and I go up 1, 2, 3, I have a value of 1 and 3 for this point here. Here now X is 2, and my Y value is 5. Now I'm going to just do one more. X is now 3, and my Y is 7. And after a while, because it's a straight line, you should see a pattern. 1, 3, 5, 7. I'm actually going up plus 2, plus 2, plus 2 every time, because my gradient is 2. 1 across, 2 up, 1 across, 2 up. And so after a while, I could actually just fill in this table by knowing what the next value should be by adding another 2. Let's have a look at this line here. This one's actually a little bit trickier. Now we don't have to do half values necessarily. Let's look at this first by starting again at 0. X is 0. My Y value is 3. Now if I went to X is 1, then I would find that I've got this halfway value, and that's a little bit hard to use. So I'm actually going to skip that. I'm going to go to 2, because I can see that my Y value is 4. Now if I go up another 2, across another 2, X is 4, Y is 5. And again, because it's a straight line, I can just continue on that pattern. 6 and 6. And then here, 8 and 7. So I'm going up in 2s along my graph here. And I can see that for each of those, I'm just going plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Another option for the second line is that I could see my integral points here, here, and here, for instance. And so if I start at 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, I can mark the ones that I know to begin with. So here I have 0 and Y is 3. And then if I go across to 2, I can see that my Y is 4. And then across to 4, and I can see that my Y value is 5. Now it's easy enough, because it's a straight line, to find the in-between values, because it's just going to be halfway, 3.5 or 3.5. So if I have another check, I can see when X is 1, I go up 1, 2, 3 and a half, and I get 3.5. Between 4 and 5, that's going to be 4.5. Let's have a look at it just to double check. So here X is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, and that gives me my 4.5 value there.